Well, welcome back to Chinaron. Today I'm going to be working on a pen and gear paper shredder. The problem that we're having is it will not take the paper in. It's just pulsating. So if I put it on forward, all it's doing is it's just pulsating. It's trying to go and then it shuts off. But oddly enough, if I put it in reverse, it continues to go. So not exactly sure what we're going to be in for. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to tear this down and see if we can figure out what's wrong with it. So let's go ahead and get started. Now, just like with everything with electrical, make sure that you unplug it so there's no risk of danger. On this particular unit here, you're going to pull out the waste drawer, set that off to the side. Now, this particular one here, I don't believe it has any screws underneath. I think this just snaps off the top. So let's go ahead and grab a hold of that, and that should snap off. Just like that. Now we can kind of look it all over. I think what I may do first, before I get too crazy about tearing this all down, is I'm going to take this over to my other shop and just blow some air through it first. Now, I probably could have done that while it was all still together, but I'm thinking it's something a bit more serious. So I'm going to go blow some air on that, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I got the headgear all blown out, and it was really full of a lot of shavings, of paper shavings. So we're going to go ahead and check this. Now, to do this, you're going to need to plug it in. And on either side of the paper shredder, there's going to be a little switch that you have to move. And what that's for is when you put the basket back in, it engages it. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to bypass that. I just heard the switch. Make sure your fingers are clear. And let's go ahead and turn it on. So I'm going to go forward. It's still doing the same thing. Just pulsating. If I put it on off, go back in reverse, and it's working reverse. Let's go ahead and turn it off. Now, let's go ahead and unplug it. So we're going to open this up and see what we can find in here. All right, let's just do a visual inspection on a few things. All right, this is where we left off. I went ahead and reset the connections, still no go. But then I got to looking at the sensors up here where the paper actually goes in and tells the motor to come on. And it was actually quite dirty, so as you can see, me just touching it is setting it off. So that was the problem right there, from what I can find, is the sensors itself were really dirty. So now when you put the paper in, just like this, it's going to take off. Now the light here is kind of throwing it off a little bit, but from what I can see, that was the problem right there. So I'm going to go ahead and put this all back together, and I'm assuming it's going to work. I was thinking it was probably going to be one of these boards, but I checked all the connections and everything seemed to look okay. So let's go ahead and put it all back together and give it the real test. Okay, we got it on auto. Let's see what she does. There we go. Back up and running. Now, I probably should have blown some air in there when I was cleaning it out, and I may have, but those sensors are in there a little ways. So after taking it all apart and going in there with the paintbrush and cleaning up the sensors, that seemed to have taken care of the problem. So I hope this helps you with your pen and gear paper shredder, and if it doesn't take care of that problem, then look into it a little bit further. Reset all the connections, which I had already done, and it could be possibly the main board. Other than that, you should be good to go. Thanks an awful lot for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.